You, Jim, because a legend is walking into the studio.
The legend.
Not that legend, another legend.
Ah, there he is.
Hey, what's up?
The man everybody loved to hate.
It's the Iron
Sheik. Back in the old days.
Sheik.
The Iron Sheik. There he is. Look at you. You look just like you did back in the old days.
Thank you, sir. Are you Antony or Opie?
I am Antony.
That
is Opie.
First of all, pleasure for me to you guys bring me from Olympic City, Atlanta, Georgia, to the Big Apple, the most famous city in the world. That's why I come 3 times champion World Wrestling Federation, and the most famous arena in the world, Manhattan, Madison Square Garden.
All right.
I want to say hello to all my wrestling fans, to the listen to the WNEW #1 station in the America, and pleasure to I talk to Opie and Antony.
Very good, thank you so much.
Wait, what?
Iron Sheik.
Thank you, sir.
And what the hell are you doing with yourself these days?
Well, I'm here. My agent, Steve Kaplan, called me from Georgia and bring me to Big Apple. We have a couple autograph section. This coming.
Wow. So back in the day, I mean, you were a pretty bad guy.
Well, you know...
people didn't like you. It was during...
I know what you mean. I didn't involve with a politician or Ayatollah Khomeini, but I grew up with all my life with the toughest sport in the world, freestyle and Greco-Roman, till I come to wrestling with the Mr. McMahon World Wrestling Federation.
Right.
And I come 3 times WWF champion, besides Olympic, besides AAU, besides World Game.
I remember all the great matches against you and Sergeant Slaughter.
Yes.
And a lot of good ones during the Gulf War time period. Very big. I remember that.
Especially that Campwood match. Yes, sir.
Yes. And then you came out, you'd wave the flag, and everyone would throw stuff at you.
Well, you know, because I was a rare Antony, Persian man, oldest country in the world. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't grow up with a politician.
No.
I grew up with a sport, toughest sport in the Olympic freestyle and Greco-Roman.
So you never wanted to get rid of America or anything for real, right?
Not really, because, you know, I know I born in the oldest country in the world, Tehran, Iran, but I made it in America, greatest country in the earth, especially the most famous arena in the world, Madison Square Garden.
New York.
Yes.
And
it mentions the garden more than Dice does.
Right. I have a lot of friends. I want to say hello to all my wrestling fans in the Big Apple.
Yes.
And also Iranian people. خدمت همه شنوندگان ایرانی عزیز سلام عرض میکنم و موفقیت همه شما را آرزو میکنم. And I love to you people listen to the WNEW #1 station in the America.
You didn't just give all the cab drivers a code word to run people over, did you?
And sir, NEW is not even the #1 station on 57.
This station sucks.
What country are you from?
I'm originally from oldest country in the world, Iran.
Iran.
Tehran.
Oh, really?
Tell
us a little bit about that.
I love
Iran. How old were you when you left Iran?
My last Olympic, I competed 1968 Mexico City. I was a coach for University of Minnesota, 1989, 1969 and 1970, and I went to Olympic Munich, Germany. And after Munich, Germany, 72, I turned professional, and then I made it in Big Apple.
But so you left...
Wait, you made it in the Big Apple. Where did you make it in the Big Apple?
Well, Mr. McMahon, Senior, God bless you so, he passed away, and then they found out...
Arsenio died? What just did I hear?
No, his career.
No, that was his father, Mr. McMahon Senior.
No, but
Senior. Okay,
not Junior.
And he made it in the Big Apple. Where did you make it in the Big Apple there?
Well, I made it in the Big Apple too. I come for wrestling in the most famous arena in the world, Madison Square Garden.
Right.
That's right.
Yes,
You're big matches there, huh?
Yes,
Ring the bell, Ed.
I come single champion, and Nicola and I become tag team champion, and also Battle Royal 3 times.
Really, 3 times?
Yes, sir.
And you'd come out and you'd wear what was thought to us as traditional Iranian garb. You'd have the curly shoes on.
Absolutely.
I remember that. And you'd wave the flag, and people would yell and scream horrible things at you. And Sergeant Slaughter would come in and start beating you up, and everyone would cheer.
Not really. I mean, you're right. Maybe he can beat me once well, but most of the time I was a winner. Especially I beat that Hollywood blonde Jabroni Hulk Hogan and Madison Square Garden, New York, and 6 years, nobody beat Mr. Bob Backlund. Also, I beat him in Garden.
Over at the Q?
Yes, sir. Mr. Bob Backlund.
Bob Backlund.
Right. But the people, you're right, Anthony, or Opie, because people didn't like me because I used to carry Ayatollah Khomeini flag.
Right.
And I was a real countryman.
Well, you know what?
And
his famous line was, Iran is the best, and then he would spit.
Yep.
Right.
Whenever
I used to say, Russia #1, Iran #1,
right.
USA, puff. But no, I don't say anymore.
Well, no, you better not.
No, I say.
It's not really the climate
USA,
to say that now, right?
Right.
Have you noticed maybe that act wouldn't play too well these days, right?
Not really, because, like
really.
I said, I bought one country, but I made it America. Yep. Greatest wrestling country, greatest country on earth.
You ever do a Def Jam
Absolutely.
audience? You ever do Def Jam?
Never did Jeff Comedy Jam. Shut up, boss.
No, I'm not into the comedy.
Not into the comedy.
Nicola is on the comedian or...
Because I heard somebody had called us up and said that the Iron Sheik was doing stand-up comedy.
No, sir, somebody else used my name.
He uses your name.
Right, and then they did that. But I'm the only one from all this country in the world.
Tehran, Iran.
Tehran,
and then you came here to the U.S. and you were at, what was that big place that you wrestled at?
Madison Square Garden, New York.
Madison Square Garden,
station,
#1.
#1 arena, the most famous arena in the world.
Of course.
Madison Square Garden, New York, #1.
Now, also, I want to know about who's the Russian guy?
Nikolai Volkov.
Nikolai Volkov. Remember that? They would come out and it was all, we hated you. And I heard you had some problems at an airport. Is that true?
I've been to the airport in Georgia usually since September 11, and that time the Middle East, maybe I am involved with the tourists, but I'm not really. I grew up with the toughest sport in the world, wrestling. But they check me and they take my tennis shoes off, they take my socks off, they check me all around, and then they found out I'm Iron Sheik. I give them a couple picture. Everybody.
Oh,
was
is
happy.
that it?
Yes, sir.
So they found out you were the Iron Sheik and no problems with your shoes. You weren't wearing them curly shoes, though.
Yes, sir. That's old tradition in old country. We used to wear it, walk top.
But you don't walk through an airport security with the curly shoes on.
You know, I mean,
if you want to get on the plane quickly, I'd recommend not wearing the curly shoes.
Leave them at home.
Yes, sir. Not anymore, because that was a custom of them, Middle East custom. But since that, you're right, Anthony. I don't wear it anymore.
Right. What's with the curly shoe?
Well, that is the old tradition in old country.
The oldest country.
Right. The
oldest Tehran, Iran.
Absolutely. And we walk top of sand to we don't get burned. Our feet doesn't get burned. Plus sometimes
walk through the sand?
Right. Plus sometimes I have a lot of camel. I do we call caravan. And then I carry all the camel all night.
The camel?
The camel.
I hear you.
Yes.
Whatever happened to Bob Backlund and Sergeant Slaughter?
Well, Bob Backlund...
Sergeant Slaughter's still with the WWF.
Sergeant Slaughter is one of the agents and still is employed for the WWF. And Mr. Bob Backlund, 6 years, nobody beat him.
He's with the radio chick over at the Q here in New York. Greatest city in the world.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Now,
I want to know where he defeated Hulk Hogan.
You did have a big match with Hulk Hogan.
That was, as a matter of fact, Madison Square Garden.
It was. It was Madison Square Garden. I remember that like it was yesterday. What do you think about Hulk Hogan being back with the WWF?
Oh, good question.
Well,
Thank you, Opie.
Mr. McMahon is a genius. He's a smart #1 promoter in the world. He knows if there's some talent like Hulk Hogan or someone other, they can bring the people, put on the seat for his company.
Right.
And always he hired again, and age doesn't matter, and as long as they know the talent, there are money for his company.
Exactly.
And he's the best
promoter. Well, that's why
I bring him back.
That's what I'm getting to now. Any chance of maybe seeing the Iron Sheik back with the WWF?
I'm on the road, Anthony, 37 years old. I prefer to be...
You're 37 years old?
37 years I'm on the road.
Oh, you're on the road. I was going to say.
He said that too.
You're kind of skirting your age a little. I don't know. You might want to pump it up a little bit.
37 to the third power.
You know, pump it up a little higher.
And I prefer to share my experience for freestyle, Greco-Roman, and professional to all young
Greco-Roman, I like how he says that.
Right, Greco-Roman and
freestyle, Greco-Roman.
Right, toughest sport in the world, one-on-one. It's not Michael Jordan sport or not football. It's individual, one-on-one.
And that's two men. Now they get in a ring.